All right, let's talk about banks. Those magnificent, marble-hulled institutions that we trust with our hard-earned money. They give us lollipops, branded pens that stop working after 3 words, and a deep, comforting sense that our cash is safe. But here's the thing about that relationship. It's not as simple as you putting your money in and them holding it for you. Think of your bank account less as a secure vault and more as a Las Vegas buffet. You might think you're just there for the prime rib, but they're hoping you'll wander over to the high-stakes, confusingly priced crab legs. And before you know it, you've paid $75 for a single disappointing meal. It's a masterclass in distraction, where the main service they offer, holding your money, is just the opening act for the real show, charging you for the privilege. The modern banking system is a marvel of financial engineering, built on a foundation of trust, and it turns out a labyrinth of tiny, almost invisible tripwires. Let's begin with the greatest hits of bank fees, the ones so common they might as well be on the welcome mat. First up, the overdraft fee. This is the $35 penalty for the crime of being human and miscalculating your balance. You buy a $5 sandwich but only have $3 in your account. Instead of declining, your bank covers the $2 difference and charges you a fee 17 times what you were short, like calling a firefighter to put out a candle and getting billed for a new truck. Next, monthly maintenance fee, or as I call it, the thanks for existing charge, $5 to $15 monthly for the privilege of having an account, waived if you can park $1,500 doing nothing, a cover charge just to stand on the sidewalk and look in, and who could forget the ATM fee? $3 from their machine, then another $3 from your bank. You paid $6 to access 20, 30%. Not even the mob is that brazen. Now the sneaky ones, ninjas of the banking world, fees that slip onto your statement so quietly you might not notice for months. First, account closing fee. Some banks charge you for firing them, a $25 charge for losing a customer. Petty, vindictive, designed to make leaving harder. Next, inactivity fee, a fine for not using your account enough. They bill you monthly for your prudence. Paper statements used to be standard. Now they cost $2 to $3. Branded as Go Green, monetizing a basic service. A regressive hit on the least tech-savvy. Finally, card replacement fee, $5 to $10, more to expedite. Profiting from your desperation, victimized twice. These tiny parasitic fees reveal the industry's priorities. Not accidents, a strategy. Why do banks do this? Officially, fees cover costs of doing business. Branches, ATM networks, cybersecurity, and the salaries of friendly tellers. Plus, features like mobile banking and fraud protection. To be fair, banks are for profit, with shareholders and quarterly targets. Low rates shrank margins, so they got creative. Non-interest income became massive and reliable. How banks make money, fees loom large. In 2023, overdrafts netted billions. Legally, you agreed. Long documents, fee menus, and clauses allowing changes with notice. Notice can be a letter or a web page you never see. The real reason these fees exist is simple. They can. They target the vulnerable and the distracted. Overdrafts hit low-income customers, living paycheck to paycheck. A tiny timing mismatch can trigger a cascade. It punishes people for being poor. For decades, big banks were the only game in town. Branches on every corner, fees aligned like a legal cartel. Didn't like Bank A? Bank B had the same playbook. $12 a month unless you keep 1,500 parked. Then, the internet happened. Enter the online-only bank. No marble floors, no armies of tellers, dramatically lower overhead. They pass savings on. No monthly fees, no minimums, giant ATM networks. Scrappy tech dismantling fee-heavy models. Credit unions, member-owned not-for-profit, often mean lower fees and better rates. Customer-focused with fee structures like online banks. Big bank, $12 unless $2,500. Online leader, $0, no minimum. Overdrafts, $35 versus free linked protection, or a simple decline. ATM fees charged versus reimbursed anywhere. The difference is a chasm. Maria, freelance designer, income fluctuates. One slow month she drops under the $1,500 minimum. A $12 maintenance fee hits. That triggers an overdraft on autopay. $35 fee. Balance stays negative. Another $35 extended overdraft. $82 in days, all from being a few dollars short. David has $50, his bank processes high to low. Phone bill hits first, leaves $5. Lunch triggers a $35 fee. Coffee triggers another $35. $70 of penalties for $14 of spending. The Jacksons prefer paper. A merger adds 3 months. That's 36 year, plus 5-month inactivity on small savings. Nearly 100 year to bank the way they always have. For many, fees mean missed bills and a cycle of instability. You're angry. Good. Let's channel it. Your best weapon is knowledge. Read 3 to 6 months of statements. Circle every service fee, maintenance fee, overdraft. Add them up. That's your personal cost of banking. Call your bank. Ask to waive specific fees. Start with, "Can you please waive this overdraft fee?" It works more often than you think. Ask about requirements to waive monthly fees or switch account types. Set alerts. Text or email when balance drops below your threshold. Opt out of debit overdraft protection. A declined cup of coffee beats a $35 fee. If they won't change, walk away. Read fee schedules. Find free checking, big ATM networks, sane overdraft policies. Switching is easier than ever. Update direct deposit and bill pay. An afternoon could save hundreds. Your loyalty belongs to your financial health, not to a bank that sees you as a walking ATM. Let's bring this together. Banking is a minefield. Overdrafts, inactivity, by design. They hide charges in dense jargon and hope you don't ask. Result, a quiet transfer of wealth, billions a year. Alternatives prove punitive fees aren't required. One misstep can cascade, blocking savings and stability. You are not powerless. Grab your statements, comb through them, add every fee from the last year. Look at that number, and let it sink in. That is the price of inaction. Money you can get for free elsewhere. Knowledge is power. And money. Your money. In the end, this is a mindset shift. We accepted that banking must be expensive. We became passive, intimidated by institutions and terms. That era is over. Claim your seat. You own the capital that gives banks power. Without your money, they're empty rooms with nice pens. A smarter bank choice is easy and impactful. Divert a few hundred a year from fees to savings. Let it compound. Vote with your wallet. Stop paying for what should be free. Audit your bank. Question the fees. Demand better. If you don't get it, leave. Switch to a credit union or a reputable online bank and tell your circle. This is about fairness and control of your financial life. Don't keep a leaky bucket. Get a better one. The best time was yesterday. The second best is now. Go get your money. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more videos like this.